50 billion naira to academic and non-academic staff union of federal universities. Other foreign saying Indian security forces launched massive hunt for militants suspected of killing 26 men at tourist destination in Kashmir. Good evening, this is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Olufemi Alagbe. We begin with politics as Governor Sharif Oborowori of Delta State and his deputy Monday Onyeme have dumped the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for the All Progressives Congress. Oborowori moved to the APC along with his predecessor and running mate of Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 presidential election, Dr. Ofanyo Kowa. Others who moved to the ruling party with the governor are his commissioners and major stakeholders in the PDP in Delta State. This comes reports of some PDP set of defect to the ruling party and the support the second term push of President Bola Tinubu in a major realignment of the political forces ahead of the 2027 general election. This is in response to political rumblings in many northern states which are threatening withdrawal of support for the incumbent president's re-election. Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State last Friday at a public event confirmed support for President Tinubu. Meanwhile, the chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs, Wole Oke, has resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party in Osun State. In a letter addressed to the chairman of Ward 7 of Okun local government area of Osun State, Oke said he decided to quit after due consultation with his family and political associates. The resignation letter copied to the national chairman of the party's state and local government chairman, the dated 16th April, although he did not give any reason for his resignation from the party. Sources close to him said his resignation may not be unconnected to the frosty relationship between him and the Osun State's governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke. The lawmaker, confirming the development, said he was leaving the party along with his supporters in the parliament and all political appointees at all levels. Honorable Oke, who is silent about his next political destination, urged supporters to remain calm and to await further directives after going on a wild and deep consultation. To security matters, President Bola Tinubu this afternoon met with the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Chris Musa, at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. The meeting, which was held as the official residence of the president inside the State House, comes at a time when the security situation in parts of the country has continued to worsen. President Tinubu, who returned from a 19-day working visit to Europe on Monday evening, received updates from his security and intelligence chiefs over the situation of things in areas experiencing unrelenting violence and bloodshed. It will be recalled that the security situation in Plateau and Benue states, where murderous gunmen suspected to be invading foreign headers, have escalated with hundreds killed and thousands more displaced from their homes. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has ordered soldiers to flush out the new terrorist group in the Kayama and Baruntin local government areas of Kwara State to guard against the spread of the activities to other regions of the country. The army staff charged them to flush the bandits out of the two local government areas, adding that he wants the job done in the next 1 month. The army chief made the call while addressing the troops during his visit to Sobi Barracks in Ilorin, the state capital, noting the country could not afford to allow bandits spread into another part of the country. His visit was also aimed at motivating the troops who will soon move to crime scenes as part of efforts to nip the spread of activities of the new terror group named Mahmouda in the bud. The army chief said having another form of Boko Haram in any part of the country will not be allowed, as necessary support will be given to troops to combat them. In Benue State's Governor Innocent Alia has declared that what the residents need is full support from the federal government in a state of emergency, not a state of emergency. Governor Alia stated this in a news chat this morning, stating that the insecurity in the state is not beyond his control. He stated that his government can stop the killings happening in the state, but they need more support to chase out the armed headers attacking communities. He noted that the number of local governments under attack has dropped from 17 to 6 since he took office in 2023.
Much for me to handle. We couldn't have trimmed it from 17 local governments in the front lines of the attacks to 9 and then down to 6. So which means we have the capability to do this, but we need help, and that is a fact. We have a number of occupations that span up to 15 years and some 22 years, and then some in the last 4 years. So, and this is where we have faced very squarely to ensure that we calm down everything and peace returns. What we need is the emergency for now on help. We need absolute support. The federal government is supported. They sent 2 armored tanks, that came in. Our situation had changed. We had a better narrative. But what we need to do is to get our people back home, to drive out the invaders, the armed headers, who have brought in people who do not even speak the Nigerian languages we speak. Let them move back to wherever they came from. Allow us farmers to go back to ancestral and to do our farming. The question of calling for any emergency does not occur here. What should be at play is help us. For the interim we've tried, we need more support to ensure that we push these people back. If these were too...
The governor also called the attacks a deliberate, highly coordinated and strategic attempt by non-state actors to grab land in the state. Over the weekend, suspected headers launched attacks on Ukum and local government areas of the state, killing at least 72 people, with the governor saying death toll may rise.
What we had somewhat less killings. What we have as a new face of these attacks is the fact that the people who are attacking us now, plus the headers, armed headers, are not just coming with any herds at all. They don't come with cows. Rather, they come fully armed with their AK-47 and AK-49. They come in alone, wear one dress, and they can stay in the bushes as long as they can until they do the attacks, and then they disappear. After a week or two, then they come in now, there are folks coming now to occupy those spaces. If you go to Kasinala local government, in most part of Ukum local government, this is the occupation that is made. If you now come to Gwe West local government, it's even worse. Now, here's the thing. These attacks are deliberate. You move to Zone C now, where I speak about Apa Agatu. The attacks were also very vehement. Of late, Otukpo local government is also included. But what we experience in Otukpo is the kidnapping, then we write very large sums of ransom attached to that and all that. These attacks are very deliberate. These are calculated. They come in, attack, fully with the intent of killing, and then...
Away from security, Benue State's governor, Yassins Olia, has appointed Nigerian music legend Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Two-Face, as his technical advisor on entertainment and community outreach. In a viral video on Wednesday, Governor Olia praised the music icon for all the support towards his administration. The governor stated that the musician can do more, and hence they want to give him more responsibility, making him our technical advisor to the governor on entertainment and community outreach.
World, you have contributed a lot of quarters to different areas, including us here in the States. Let me thank you very uniquely for supporting my administration and for propelling me for 2027. And I feel it will not be out of place at all, because you are a guru of entertainment. Once you say Two-Face, people start dancing, even without a song. So we are happy you're here. On behalf of the Benue State government and our very good people, we want to give you some more responsibility, plus the ones you have been doing, because you have the capacity to do some more and help us chart the way forward to improve other people's lives and to gain more from your wisdom and advisement as well. So I'm pleased to announce that we would make you a technical advisor to the governor on entertainment and community outreach.
Moving on, an accident involved a Honda EOD and a trailer caused considerable disruption of traffic on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Wednesday morning, prompting swift intervention by officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps. According to eyewitness accounts, the incident occurred when a trailer hit the Honda EOD, forcing it off the road into a nearby culvert. The damaged vehicle was subsequently dragged out of the culvert and hoisted into a towing van. There was no report of fatalities. Federal Ministry of Works has announced a 6-day closure of the Marine Bridge in Lagos beginning from April 27 as part of ongoing structural repairs. Speaking this morning in a news chat, the Federal Controller of Works for Lagos State, Olukorede Kencha, said the first section at the beginning of the bridge would require full closure for 20 days. The initial closure is expected to significantly impact traffic flow around Akpakpa, Ijora, and Igam. She explains that the Marine Bridge, often confused with the Ijora Bridge, would undergo phased repairs that involve lifting the bridge at 3 critical sections to replace worn-out bearings. According to Kensha, the subsequent stages of the project will involve partial diversion rather than total shutdowns. Still in Lagos, vehicular movement was disrupted in several parts of Lagos on Wednesday by fallen trees following a rainstorm. Rainstorm, which occurred on Tuesday night, also affected some streetlights. The Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, in a post on its X handle on Wednesday, said fallen trees blocked a path off the road at Asola in Ward Margindu in Ikorodu. It advised motorists to take caution to avoid a secondary accident and the removal of the trees, revealing that its officers are at the scene monitoring the situation. It disclosed that a tree fell at Bordelon inward Alexandra roundabouts, covering the entire road and prompting its officers to divert traffic to an alternative road. The agency also said 3 street lights fell at Osborne, though with no effect on traffic. Elsewhere, the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa, has announced the release of 50 billion naira by the federal government to the academic and non-academic staff unions of federal universities for the settlement of earned allowances, as promised by President Bola Tinubu. This was disclosed in a statement on Wednesday by the Director of Press at the Federal Ministry of Education, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola described the move as another testament to the President's unwavering commitment to fundamentally transform the country's education sector. He said, by prioritizing staff's welfare, the government is laying the foundation for a future where every Nigerian child receives highly qualitative and globally competitive education. You're watching News at 7 on Western Spring Television. Still to come, federal government declares Minna Airport as alternative to Abuja Airport. We'll bring you more on this when we return.